June 16, 2025. Sirens scream in Tel Aviv. Flames engulf Tehran. The red lines have been crossed. This is not proxy war anymore. This is direct confrontation. The world watches in horror as Iran and Israel enter a historic and catastrophic phase of war. Segment 1. The Trigger. In the dead of night, Israeli jets roared through Iranian airspace, targeting suspected missile depots and Revolutionary Guard strongholds. Missiles struck deep inside Iran, including strategic sites near Natanz and Tehran. This wasn't just another border skirmish. Israel's message was clear. We will neutralize the threat before it launches. And Tehran answered, with fire. Segment 2. Iran's massive retaliation. At dawn, Iran launched one of the largest coordinated missile strikes in the region's history. Over 300 projectiles, including ballistic missiles and kamikaze drones, targeted Israeli cities, Tel Aviv, Haifa, Jerusalem, even as far south as Beersheba. But Iran's tactic was new. Missile swarms and decoy drones aimed to overwhelm Israeli defenses. Dozens of warheads broke through. Residential buildings collapsed. At least 14 Israelis are confirmed dead. Over 100 injured. Segment 3. Inside Iran. Growing chaos. Inside Iran, the damage is staggering. Israeli airstrikes reportedly destroyed up to one-third of Iran's missile launch platforms and hit Revolutionary Guard command centers. Smoke still rises from Tehran's southern districts. Over 224 Iranian citizens and military personnel are dead. Thousands wounded. Tehran is panicked. Nearly 330,000 residents were ordered to evacuate. State TV was briefly taken off air after a suspected Israeli cyber attack. Fuel depots and communication lines were hit. This isn't war in the shadows anymore, it's fire in the streets. Act 4. Global Aftershock. The world is holding its breath. At the G7 summit in Germany, leaders scrambled to initiate emergency backchannels. The European Union has called for immediate ceasefire talks, but none are listening. U.S. President Donald Trump issued a chilling warning to Iran. Do not target American interests, or the full strength of the U.S. armed forces will come down on you. Yet no direct intervention has begun. Only rumors of U.S. support for Israel's Iron Dome operations. Segment 5. Who's siding with whom? The geopolitical battle lines are sharpening. Iran is backed by Hezbollah, Syrian militias, and possibly Houthi rebels. There's rising chatter of Russian intelligence offering logistical support. Israel, meanwhile, is receiving public backing from the US, UK, and France, with Saudi Arabia quietly opening its airspace to Israeli jets. This war is already regional, one wrong move, and it becomes global. Segment 6. What's next? Will Iran escalate further? Will Israel attempt to eliminate Iran's nuclear program entirely? Will the US step in militarily? Analysts warn that if Israel strikes Iran's nuclear sites directly, such as Fordow or Natanz, Iran could invoke full war declarations, and proxy fronts in Lebanon, Syria, and Yemen will erupt simultaneously. Segment 7. Scenes from the war. This is what war looks like. Missiles streak across the night sky, launched in deadly salvos from desert batteries, chasing unseen targets. In Tel Aviv, the Iron Dome roars to life, intercepting fire mid-air in explosions that light up the darkness. For every missile stopped, another breaks through. Inside Tehran's overwhelmed hospitals, doctors work under candlelight. Bloodied stretchers, crying mothers, collapsed ceilings. In Israel, medics rush the injured into triage tents as sirens wail again. There's no pause, no silence. World leaders appear on screens. Grim faces, urgent meetings, words that fail to match the fear rising from the ground. Behind the podiums, maps shift, lines move. The next decisions could change the course of nations. And in the streets, chaos. Children with bags too heavy for their age. Fathers digging through rubble with bare hands. Mothers praying the next blast won't be the last. The cameras capture it all. Reporters ducking gunfire, broadcasts cutting out mid-sentence. Truth trying to survive in a storm of fire and confusion. This is not strategy, not politics. This is the cost. Segment 8. Analysis. This war is not just about territory. It's about deterrence, pride, and survival. Iran wants to prove it cannot be attacked without cost. Israel wants to ensure it's never destroyed. Both nations are capable. Both have allies. Both have scars. And neither seems ready to stop. Segment 9. Timeline. Rapid summary. June 13th. Iran threatens retaliation after a Mossad operation exposed IRGC commanders. June 14th. Segment 10. Could this go nuclear? This question terrifies the world. Israel has never officially confirmed its nuclear arsenal, but Iran's rapid enrichment has always been a red line. Experts believe we are closer to a nuclear confrontation in the Middle East than ever before. One mistake, one false flag, could ignite a chain no one can control. Segment 11. The human cost. Behind every airstrike, every siren, every political decision, are people. Families hiding underground. Children searching for parents. Cities turned into war zones. June 2025 may be remembered not for the war that began, but for the peace that never arrived. Stay tuned to Nexplain. We're tracking the war's every turn. Not just the facts, but the truth behind them. Subscribe for more war zone updates, geopolitical analysis, and cinematic breakdowns.